This is D with Divine Needle and Divine L. Howdy. Hi, everyone. It is November the 6th, 2021, 3:23 p.m. Central Standard Time. A much awaited time. 222 days exactly since I ordered this deck. Spirit Keepers Revelation Edition. Aptly named, I might add. It's here. And I'm excited because it's go time. I have had a little bit of the Hermit card going on. I've had other things to contend with, personal stuff, but I'm ready and raring to go. Anyway, the last time I did a reading, it was not exactly spot on, but there was a news article dealing with Israel and Lebanon and energy, interestingly enough. And it was pretty close. So I would say it is a hit, but kind of missy, sort of. But that landmine field, yeah, definitely a sticky situation for Lebanon. Anyway, Spirit Keepers Revelation Edition, aptly named because my readings for the collective, that's you guys, are named Revelations. So the deck was perfectly named. It was stuck at sea, interestingly, en route from, guess where? China. So, it was very late being here, but divine timing is what matters. This deck was illustrated and done completely 100% by Benabel Wynn. This is her 3rd edition. It smells glorious. I smell lemongrass, possibly some myrrh, and frankincense. Anyway, beautiful, absolutely stunning deck. I did a review video of the deck, or an unboxing, I should say, and it is quite stunning. Thoth, Isis. Dare to know. And my certificate of authenticity. Anyway, absolutely stunning. Absolutely well done, Miss Benabel. And it will be proudly used for the Revelation readings. Absolutely. And the little book that goes with it. This is the deck. It is stunning. And you'll be seeing a lot of this deck. But here's the thing. My team says, and they've been screaming at me since I got it, get the old deck out too. Yes, they want both decks. This is her 2nd edition, Vitruvian, also done by Benabel Wynn. And you guys know this deck well. I've been doing the Revelations readings. There's my certificate of authenticity for this deck. And it's little bookie. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to put these boxes to the side here. And here's the decks. Equal in size, it would appear. Yes. Awesome. All right. So I'm going to pause, and these decks will be merged for these future readings. They told me immediately, merge the decks, merge the decks, merge the decks. So they will be married and blessed. So I'm going to do that, pause the video, and then we're going to do the collective reading. Be right back. Okay, decks are merged. And while I was merging, this card came out, so it will be our first card. This is the Archangel of Healing, Angel who salves and purifies. It is the Queen of Cups or Chalices. That will be the first card out for the reading. But the decks are beautifully merged. And I wanted to show you the astrology real quick. Interesting because of what's going on with the planets and the fact that this deck arrived 222 days later. So check this out. Here we go. November 6th. The Sun, 14 degrees in Scorpio. But looky here. Mercury, the messenger's just now leaving Lady Justice Libra and heading into Scorpio with the Sun. Also, Venus has stepped out of Sagittarius into Capricorn, the underworld, with Pluto on her way en route to Aquarius, with all these planets that were in retrograde out of retrograde now. So that's my team go sign with Venus entering into Capricorn and Mercury entering into Scorpio. Anyway, so go time. Our nodes are at 2 degrees and retrograde. And they'll be moving into Taurus and Scorpio from Sagittarius and Gemini soon. So be on the lookout for that. We just got through the new moon in Scorpio. That was a tough new moon for everybody for various reasons. And many actually, being Scorpio, the death card, represented as the death card, many actually did have lost people recently, and my condolences. They're always there, though. So you can always call on them. So now you kind of have them in your back pocket. And I know sometimes it feels like it's not the same, but it's actually that communication can actually be better, interestingly, when you're out of biosuit. But Uranus retrograde in Taurus still. We have Chiron, Wounded Warrior, retrograde in Aries, and Neptune retrograde in Pisces still. So the springtime signs, basically. Both Black Moon Lilith are at 12 degrees and Uranus is at 12 degrees. Black Moon Lilith is in Gemini at the moment. So we're heading to this, well, I think it's the 12th or 13th, or something like that. Yeah, the first quarter moon will be in Aquarius, and then coming up on the 22nd, I think, or something like that, we have the frost moon, which will be a lunar eclipse, full lunar eclipse in Taurus. Interesting. And it'll be in there with Uranus down in Taurus. So we're going to check out and see what this energy between the in-between that we've got going on here right now, prior to the lunar eclipse energy, and we also have a solar eclipse coming up. But this lunar eclipse will be in Taurus, and it's called the frost moon. Should be interesting. But I'm going to do an in-between energy. So this isn't full moon energy yet. I'm going to do that reading separate. That's what they're telling me, do it separate. So this is just going to be an energy reading for right now for you guys. I'm going to show you the Sabian Mysteries pictures as well, which is really interesting to me. So we have Scorpio, the sun at 12 to 13 degrees, an inventor experimenting. For me, this immediately meant that the angels are trying to connect us again. And I was somewhat disconnected. Not totally, however. I saw a commercial for a concert that's supposed to be happening in Florida pretty soon. And when I was watching that commercial, I was like, those people shouldn't go to that concert. Something bad's going to happen. And what's interesting is in the news this very day, there was a concert, a big one, in Houston, I believe, or Austin, where some people died. And I don't know if that's what the energy I was picking up on. But when I was watching those commercials for this upcoming concert happening in Florida, I was like, they shouldn't go to that concert. Anyway, so I don't know if that was a premonition on the Texas concert, or if indeed there's a problem with the Florida concert too. So if any of you plan on going to that Florida concert, be advised that I got a hit on that and it wasn't pleasant. So, and people did die in Texas last night. So, yeah. So my team works with me all the time in weird ways, just watching a stupid commercial on YouTube. Because I do pay attention to other tarot readers. It's my job. Anyway, yeah, I got that hit. So keep that in mind. Anyway, communication, channels of communication opening back up here with Venus and Mercury moving into the next signs, with Venus going into Capricorn and Mercury moving over into Scorpio. So messages of endings, justice. Not everything seems fair on the holodeck. Trust. And we all feel that. But anyway, trying to open the lines of communication again. And I did have a period where I didn't feel comfortable doing the readings. I wasn't called to do any readings. And they wanted me to go silent for a while. So I did. And here I am again. Anyway, the channel's opening back up. And here we go with telephone linemen at work. And this is the lines of communication getting put back up, built, okay? And then, but this also reminded me of a ship, like a ship's mast, right? And, people climbing. It almost looks like smoke, fog going on, and I didn't pick this up the first time I looked at this. This feels like a fire in the background, and an SOS message may be going out because these guys look like they're climbing the mast of a ship that's sinking. See the ship looking like it's going underwater. This is a ship's mast, and them climbing up it trying to escape. Why I just got that, I didn't get it the first time I looked at it. I just now got this. So, yikes. So them SOSing, trying to get the message out, and trying to bail ship. Why am I getting this? Okay. And then 14 to 15 degrees, we have this. Children playing around 5 mounds of sand. Not sure what I'm getting on this. While I'm staring at it, I'm going to talk about a couple of things. They've been giving me and my husband the number 777 a lot. They even gave it to me in the form of 16, 16, 16. 1 and 6 or 7, right? They gave me a number 16, 16, 16, which equals 7. 777. So that's them. That's the communication channel, I feel like. It's also about connection with the divine and luck. But yeah, it's very interesting. They also gave me a song this morning. Let me pause this and I'll pull it up for you. Hang on. Okay. The Psychedelic Furs. Love My Way. This popped into my head this morning. And I was sitting there, I was like, no, they just gave me a song. It just popped in my head. And I was like, hang on a second, I'll pull it up. So I pulled up the music video for this song. And I'm like, I wonder why they gave me that. And then I know some of the lyrics by heart, but not all of them. And so I looked up the lyrics, and I was like, that's why. Anyway, there's an army on the dance floor. It's a fashion with a gun, my love. In a room without a door, a kiss is not enough in. Love my way, it's a new road. I follow where my mind goes. Now that's interesting because I do follow where my mind goes because I'm getting telepathy. So I do follow most of the time. I'm not always perfect. But follow what they're telling me. Anyway, they'd put us on a railroad. They'd dearly make us pay for laughing in their faces and making it our way. There's emptiness behind their eyes. There's dust in all their hearts. They just want to steal us all and take us all apart, but not in. Love my way, it's a new road. I follow where my mind goes. Love my way, it's a new road. I follow where my mind goes. So swallow all your tears, my love, and put on your new face. You can never win or lose if you don't run the race. So that was them telling me, go time, run the damn race. So anyway, but if you look at these lyrics, they'd put us on a railroad. Remember during the Holocaust, the railroads were used to ship people. They'd put us on a railroad. They'd dearly make us pay for laughing in their faces and making it our way. The emptiness behind their eyes. There's dust in all their hearts. They just want to steal us all and take us all apart. Their New World Order style. We're not having that, are we? So, they don't like the smart ones much. And this isn't the first merry-go-round ride we've had with this bunch. But anyway, we've got to run the race. Okay? So, Gabriel's talking to all of you too, not just me. I wouldn't be sharing that if he told me not to share it. So, there you go. Check out the video, Psychedelic Furs, Love My Way. That's a message for everybody. So, back to where we were. Hang on a sec. Okay. The Sabian Mysteries picture. This one. Children playing around 5 mounds of sand. This doesn't feel like children playing in the sand to me. Of course not. This shadowy figure almost looks like a female, like a ghost almost, or something like that in the background. I don't know. For some reason, I keep wanting to turn the picture, and I don't know why. I used to pull these up on my phone, and there was one time that they actually had me turn the phone upside down and look at the picture upside down. And I can't really do that with the computer. I might have to think about this a little bit harder. Let me pause this and see if I can't figure out what this is trying to convey. But, you know, these guys climbing away from I don't even maybe the next picture will help me. Hang on. Let's look at it. The girl's face breaking into a smile. It's not just a smile. It looks like she's speaking or yelling, or looks like her mouth is open. Interesting. This almost looks like a parachute coming down. Huh. All right, let's see how that plays into the cards. Anyway, yeah, let's check out the cards. Let's see what they're going to say about all this. So here we go. The cards. Hello. It's good to see you guys. Anyway, the first card out was the Archangel of Healing. That happened in the first shuffling of these combined decks. As you can see, they're combined. They have been married and blessed. Angel who salves and purifies. First card out. Okay, this is for the collective reading. This kind of in-between energy before we get this lunar eclipse coming in. I'll do a separate reading on that energy, but we want to know, starting now till that time, for the collective, what can they expect? And yes, it's big in my hands. I mean, come on. That's a lot of dang cards in your hand. So anyway, but they have been married. They wanted them married. They are married. Okay. So that's overall energy. Overall energy. What does the collective need to be mindful of, prepare for? Wow. And that was 2 towers falling off the side of my desk here. And okay. Everything that happens means something, as we have found out during my readings. So everything that happens, sounds I hear, all kinds of things. What do we have here? The Memory Keeper, the Quester, the Giver, and the Dark Horse. And all of these are the new deck. And what does the collective need to be mindful of and or prepare for, please? mindful of and or prepared for. Oh, and it's book. Oh. Full card, keeper card. Man, they gave me a book. This is volumes. Okay. So we're going to dig into this. We got the defector, the healer, the vagabond, the burdened one, the discerning one, the haunt, the wish granted, pugilist. Okay. Wowza. Quite the lineup. It's going to be interesting with two decks merged, to say the least. Okay. So, the underlying, the keeper. This is spirit and petition of spirit. This is that Sabian Mysteries energy of them trying to connect with us via the telephone lines, open lines of communication. That's them talking to us. The Shining Waters and the Shining Gale. Oh, and we got 3 knights here. And look at that. Couple of aces right under that. The Bread of Life and Sacred Fire. Scepters and Orbs. Okay. Now those 2 cards were definitely in that last reading I did where they were talking about power. And, So, the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Earth. So our energy is connecting with them. The cups are communicators, by the way. Like the King of Cups, he's a counselor, communicator, but communication, love and compassion type energy, but can be hesitant to some degree. But the water also indicates the intuition. The Knight of Swords, that knight carries the sort of destiny, truth, and clarity. Very fast energy, I might add. Ooh. Ooh. These symbols are popping to me. I wonder if that's speaking of that ship. Is it caught in a storm? Is the ship caught in a storm? Water and air. Reminds me of a hurricane or a tidal wave or something. And here we go with mountains. That Sabian Mysteries picture of those peaks, the 5 peaks, stood out to me. And it felt more like mountains and not children playing in the sand. It's like they're telling me it's really big, like a mountain. See, and then we have fire and earth. Fire and earth. Water, air, and earth. A gale. Waters. The mountains indicating big. Open the lines of communication. Okay, I'm just taking a mental note. Overall energy, Archangel of Healing, angel who salves and purifies. This is the Queen of Chalices, also Queen of Cups. Interesting, because this Queen, if I remember right from what the creator of this deck was talking about, and it looks correct, Inuit, so Alaskan Native, so cold regions. This is the communicator, by the way, King of Cups, Archangel of Healing. Notice it's a female. So in the cold. And wow, I'm getting really cold right now, like chills up my legs and on my arms. I actually felt cold and almost wet. I just felt cold and wet. What are you guys trying to tell me? All right. What are you guys trying to tell me? Our highest priority. Man. Yeah, cold and wet. My legs literally feel wet, not joking. That is weird. The Memory Keeper, 6 of Chalices, highest priority. Something from the past. The Quester, 6 of Swords. Highest priority, moving to calmer waters. The Giver, 6 of Orbs. This handshake going on back here. A deal. What's this about? The Dark Horse, 7 of Scepters, standing in your power. Let's see how the land is dry and cracked. This happens to be the Sun in Scorpio, this card, and that's exactly what's going on. The Sun is in Scorpio. Mercury in Aquarius. The Moon in Taurus. I think maybe they're talking about something that's getting ready to happen, and they're trying to give me a time frame maybe here. Time frame. Okay, I'm gonna pause this and look at the or we'll just flip it. Hang on a sec. There we go. See the Sun in Scorpio. And then we have Mercury in Aquarius. Mercury travels fairly quick. Or are you guys trying to tell me the 6? See, what's interesting is we have 666 in this middle row. 666. 666. 7. Mars is currently in Scorpio as well, and this shows Mars in Leo, the dark horse. But the moon in Taurus is on this card, and that's when that eclipse happens, coming up. Let's see. I'm going to advance this wheel by a week. See where it's at. See, Mercury's just getting into mid-Scorpio at that point. And that's the 13th. The sun in Scorpio. Okay, let me sit with this energy and see if I can sort out what's going on here, because this highest priority is interesting. All right. I got the feeling of cold water. And they've used the cups as boats for me. Vessels, get it? Chalices, vessels, cups. Because sometimes the cups are called vessels. Some of my decks, they're called that. The Memory Keeper. The Quester. Moonlit Waters. It's cold. You know, mixing this with the Sabian Mysteries picture and how that felt like the mast of a ship and people crawling up the mast of a ship. Somewhere off of someplace cold. So we're talking about cold waters. Off Alaska, between Alaska and Russia, up in there. So North Pole or South Pole. This card, see how you have two people, looks like they're getting ready to do a handshake or pass something between themselves. It almost feels like loading cannonballs. You know what I mean? Or some sort of deal that goes down. And this is at night in the cold. See, that's one thing that's really interesting about these readings is you have the microcosm. So the overall energy, King of Cups, communicator, counseling energy, right? Overall energy. And then your highest priority being something from your past, moving on from it. Equal reciprocity and standing in your power is your highest priority. But on the macrocosm, you know, with the Sabian Mysteries pictures and the cold, icy cold water on my legs, because I'm still getting that sensation just on and off. 6 Cups. This being the Sun in Scorpio too means this event with this card leading, this event happening during that time frame. Messenger, Mercury the messenger and water. Swords energy, like piercing a boat. Like something's gonna sink. Like something's gonna sink. Okay. Let's set those to the side. Dark horse. A dark horse. Maybe a dark colored ship happening at night. You know, this feels like under the moon, right? That's a full moon in Taurus. See? Moon, Taurus. All right, let's decipher the next cards. The Pugilist, 9 of Scepters, Wounded Warrior. So I'm going to move these up. It's going to be interesting working with 2 decks at once. Okay. Move everything up. The Pugilist. 9 of Scepters. 9 of Cups. Wish granted. The Haunt. So we've got 3 9s. And you're going to say, oh, she didn't shuffle the deck good enough. I shuffled exactly what they needed. The Discerning One. Another 10. The Vagabond. I'll put these 2 down here. Defector. The Pugilist. Wounded Warrior card. Wish granted. 9 of Chalices. The Haunt. The Discerning One. The Burdened One. The Vagabond. The Healer, which is the Star card. So, major and minor wish fulfillment cards. And the Defector walking away from what you previously built. See, an usurper lurks nearby. That when I first got this new deck, I did a personal reading, and this card came out. This one was the first card out, but this card was also in the reading. Usurpers. Self-fulfilled. This is feeling independently fulfilled. Okay, this one's complicated. I'm going to pause for a little bit, take in this energy a little bit, see what I come up with. Okay, so it didn't take long. They had me go to the main book for the new deck for the Pugilist because there's some new energy here. And I'm just going to simply read from the book because this is talking about the fight that we all have, setting ourselves free. Setting ourselves free, healing. The Pugilist, 9 of Scepters. Here is a world-weary spirit, bandaged on bended knee, praying at the crossroads for great strength. An old power, the Ancient One, has taken an interest in your fiery spirit. The Pugilist is a spirit of great endurance, but that strength comes from having endured great suffering. The Pugilist is one who continues to fight oppression. That song that they gave me this morning, Love My Way. It's a new road. We're heading off on a new road. So the Pugilist is the one who continues to fight oppression. One who won't accept defeat as an option. You can't win or lose if you don't win the race, or if you don't run the race. When the Pugilist appears, consider defensive boxing tactics as a metaphor. Sidestep to dodge the blow. A blow. This one. Parry to deflect the punch. Cultivate the ability to withstand toil without giving in to fatigue. The Ancient One is she of the earth and underworld. That's interesting because Venus just marched into the underworld of Pluto in Capricorn. Everything means something. Chthoniya, a reference to Hecate, though it can also be a reference to the Sumerian goddess Eshkgal, ruler of the underworld and lady of the great earth. The Great One of Magic can also refer to Wer-the-Ku, an Egyptian divinity who is the personification of magic and sorcery. She is a protectress in the underworld. Haku means magic. Hakau? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Hekau. Hakau? Means magic in archaic Egyptian. Wield magic as you would your fist and stand your ground. Stand in your power, the dark horse. The wish granted. An usurpers. Path chosen. Very difficult. Very difficult path ahead. The vagabond. Feeling left out or alienated. left out in the cold. The cold. That cold water on my legs. But they'll be healing the waters, moving in a different direction, in a new direction. Our server lurks nearby. Something in the dark, dealing with cold waters, some sort of shady, underhanded deal between two parties exchanging something. But also, this is the path ahead of all of us so that we can bring heaven to earth. And wielding the magic to make that happen. The Pugilist. It's interesting because that card answers something I specifically asked Gabriel yesterday. So what can I do to fix this? Great magic. Comes at a cost. There's an usurper in the water, is another thing that they're telling me. There was a path chosen through a channel and having to go a different route because of an usurper lurking nearby. Yeah, I keep getting cold water on my legs. Still happening. Gets real intense sometimes and then it goes away. See, there's a crossroads here. See the axe? There's a crossroads in the water through a channel. Something lurking. And it causes a burden left out in the cold. But having to pick a new path guided by the stars? To chart around the usurper. Charting around the usurper. Something in the water. The water's really cold. A channel for ships. I feel like, see, there's the channel between these poles. Between the poles. Ships moving through these poles. Ships moving through poles. Night. Under the usurper is under the cover of darkness. Yeah. It's a dark vessel of some sort. Some sort of sort of payment. Are these pirates? Sequester. I just heard sequester when I looked at that. Sequester. Do Did they steal a ship? Are they going to steal a ship? Is that what's going on? Is that why the guys are climbing the mast of the ship? Water and air. Big planet. Earth. Water in between. Earth. Hollow void. Feels like an empty ship. And resting after strife. The convalescent. Yikes. Oh. There's all this communication energy going on here. That's a communicator card. That King of Cups. Yeah, some sort of deal. Dealing with a ship in a channel. Could be a canal. Or but why I'm getting cold water. I don't know. Yeah, it's cold, period. Okay, well, I guess we'll look at the news and see what it's talking about. This path causes a heavy burden out in the cold, and the only thing they can do is change direction. Guided by the star. Guided by the star. On the microcosm, you guys changing direction because of this usurper. You people don't see it. I see it. I see right through it. I see through their games. They've been doing it for eons. You guys being led out of it, away from it. By the star card. Aquarius. Wow. Intense reading. This happens during the month of November. Likely when the moon is in Taurus. When the moon is in Taurus. There's the moon. The messenger in water. Still interesting. Sequestered. Okay. If I get any more, I'll let you know. I wonder if I should try a world card to see where this, why I'm getting cold water on my legs. Why am I getting cold water on my legs? Seems like there's more than one event I'm picking up on. So we could be looking at multiple events. Because I definitely feel a cold water event going on. Possibly a sink or a sub or something sinking. Cold water. And yeah. People scurrying up a ship's mast. The other thing I'm feeling is something about a canal and having to reroute. Because the sequester energy, bribery, things exchanging hands. that's another event. They could be everything means something and everything's connected. So these events could be connected in some way, probably because of the usurpers lurking nearby. It feels like maybe a ship taken. This is about ships. They definitely use the cups indicating ships of some sort. This is interesting because this card, look at the depiction in the background. It's like the Mayan pyramids or something, down south here. So is this another canal? The Panama Canal. The Panama Canal. So something going on around the Panama Canal, I have a feeling, could involve Oriental ships. Oriental, see? Ships from the Orient. Panama Canal. Yeah. I don't think I need to get out the world cards because there is something that happens in very cold water. That for sure. Because my legs frickin' feel like I'm standing in an ice bath. So something happens in the water in a cold area. But this indicates to me another canal issue going on here down at Panama Canal because of those pyramids in the background. And the ships happen to be from India or the Orient. So it could be China or somebody's ships from India. Probably India. But could be Orient. Something with the Panama Canal and an usurper holding up shit and them having to reroute. Star for navigation. Yeah. Causes, and they're loaded. They're loaded with goods. Very loaded. Left out in the cold. So another canal episode. The usurper lurking around, these payoffs going on right here. You know how this revelation deck took a while to get to me. It's because there's been a lot of shenanigans dealing with shipping. Because somebody wants their own canal. And they're going to disrupt shipping everywhere else that they can so they can sell the idea of that canal. Which is going to take 500 and some odd atomic devices to make it happen. That's the plan. So they're not just messing with Egypt. This could be the Egyptian canal still, but it feels like the Panama Canal. Feels like Panama. Shipping lanes and shipping. They pointed me at the Silk Road. They pointed me at what happened on the Silk Road. Who took control of that. They want control. They want control. And that's what this is. The usurper trying to thwart shipping of goods. And there's more than one event here. And the nasties. I wish I could download what I know to you all. I don't know if you ever saw the movie Brainstorm. If you haven't, it's Christopher Walken. And I can't remember her name. Seems like it was Christine something. It's been years since I saw the movie. I wish that technology, which it probably does exist, just saying, but where you could load somebody's experiences into other people quickly and easily. I wish that could happen. Because if you guys knew what I know, you would all follow the star and walk the fuck away. Just saying. You would walk away for sure. Hollow void. Yikes. All right. If I get anything else, I will let you know. So we're looking at more than one event here that happens between now and the moon in Taurus. Well, the moon's in Taurus. Yeah, there's my legs getting cold again. Wild. That is just freaky. It's like they shift gears. Something happens here in cold water and then shifting gears to like the Panama Canal or the Suez. I don't know. The canal for sure. And just like the problem with this deck getting to me, somebody wants their own canal and their own railroad, and they're messing up the shipping lanes of goods to try to make it happen, to convince people it needs to happen so they can control the Silk Road, the new Silk Road. Wow. Well, we know what they're up to, don't we? Pretty obvious. Anyway, there you go. If I get anything else, like I said, I will add an addendum video. Anyway, Revelations with the Revelation deck. Yep. I'm excited. You guys should be too. Great things coming because that card, the Aquarius card, being in there is a good sign. Okay? Anyway, talk to you guys later.